Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Andy Nelson, chair of the Missoula County Democrats. And who are you?
I'm Nick Davis. I'm Andy's friend. I'm on the executive board of the Missoula Dems as well.
And the communications director.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nick's...
And I'm your friend.
And my friend. Yeah, totally. Nick's going to be my co-host today here on the Missoula Dems Show. Thanks for joining us. Let's dive right into things. I want to talk about the big election we just had on June 2nd. What you think about how everything played out?
Well, let's see. I would say in Montana won. The four-stag victory was a little bit of a surprise. I would say. I don't think he was necessarily expected to win, and we can talk about how much that late rally with AOC played into that result. I was there, and there was a lot of energy in that room. Yeah. So I know it certainly had some impact, but. I think the general consensus was that, probably Bussey was the front runner going in. So, I thought that was a little bit of a surprise. And frankly, from my standpoint, I'm pleased because I think even though their policy positions were very close, it seemed like Sam was most comfortable espousing, clearly progressive views, and obviously the Bernie Sanders and AOC endorsement played into that. But I've long wanted to see a true progressive run in this state just to see what happens, because in my opinion, again, I feel like we have spent so long trying to hew the middle and take the John Tester route. No disrespect to John Tester, he did what he needed to, or felt like he needed to do, and he was
now endorsed Sam,
right? Ironically, right? But I think if nothing else, we are going to find out what kind of appetite Montanans have for a clearly progressive candidate. How about you? What did you think about that one?
I'm really excited too. I think of the four candidates in that race, all considerably pretty good candidates generally. They mostly all put in the work. You could tell they were running great campaigns. I would have been personally happy if any of them got it. But I'm very happy Sam got it. I agree with many of the sentiments you just said, and I think he's an incredible candidate. I think he's going to give Aaron Flint a run for his money. And beat him. That's important because we have to think about, so whoever wins the primary has to win in the general, and I truly think Sam will win in the general. I think he comes with a new perspective on a lot of things that Montanans are wanting, some of those more progressive values. He brings a whole different generation with him. I mean, if you went to any of Sam's campaign events and looked around the room and saw the people who were there, it's going to be a lot of young people. And young people are, typically, historically, the group we need to turn out because they just vote in smaller numbers. And so if we have a good candidate who can turn out the younger generation, millennials and Gen Z, that's really important.
And especially now we're in an environment where there is, some unpopularity with the current administration and our outgoing federal legislators. And then the fact that obviously Trump is not going to be on the ballot, and so he's not going to pull the people that just came out to vote for him, means that this is an opportunity to really find out if that's an advantage we can take advantage of.
Right. Right. And just to those listening, our Missoula County Democrats organization decided very early on this year that one of our priorities as an organization was to do everything we can to help whoever wins this primary election get across the finish line in November. So a lot of our volunteer time and energy and even money will be going to Sam's campaign in order to put a Democrat back in this seat. We haven't had a congressional Democrat representative since the late, great Pat Williams. So it's been many, many years. John Tester, of course,
Right.
was our last senator, but we haven't had somebody in the House of Representatives in D.C. And
that's too
also,
low.
since the 2020 census, now we have 2 seats. So, of course, Troy Downing represents the Western District. But
Right. We probably don't. The Eastern District.
Eastern District,
Right.
excuse me.
We probably don't need to talk about that race too much.
Not as much.
That seems to be sort of a.
Yeah, and I'm not even as educated on that race. I know Brian Miller won, so he will be the Democrats' nominee.
Yes.
And then for the overall Senate race, Alani Bankhead won that race in a 5-way race. So
Right,
that'll be who
right.
the Democrats are supporting.
I will say that in large part because of the Danes' maneuver of dropping out, literally minutes before the deadline, and then having Almy queued up to run in that spot. I hate to say it or give credit, but it did do what I think was intended, because as you mentioned, the candidate pool for Montana 1 was so strong, and I feel like if we had half of those candidates in the Senate race, we probably would have had a better shot, I would say.
Yeah.
Although the Bodnar thing and Alani Bankhead's relatively new presence in Montana with the confusing PAC money spending that happened in that race, both conservative and progressive PACs supporting her, led to a lot of theories, and she just had this confusion, and frankly I'm still confused. I really don't know what the hell's going on in there with that whole thing right now. But it sure. It just seems like an opportunity lost, because again, the environment now seems to be certainly as vulnerable as the state GOP has been in terms of the Trump era since 2016, right? I feel like they rode that momentum and then took both houses and the governorship and all that, and now with sort of the general unrest even in the MAGA faithful. I mean, he's still got that hardcore thing, but there's definitely factions splitting off because of the Epstein file debacle and the Iran war and the prices and the slush fund. There was a lot of so I feel like that's an environment that it would have been great to have a unified candidate to run against. The Republican, and because of Seth Bodnar running as an independent, and now Alani Bankhead just recently affirming that she's not going to drop out, it seems a long shot, to say the least, that either one of them could beat Almy in this race, given those factors.
Yeah, and I think Almy is the Republican candidate that I think currently, just because this is a 3-way race, which is not common in Montana politics, we're hearing the Bodner's name mentioned a lot, and it will be. But keep in mind, Almy is the Republican who, we definitely don't want to win, right? And so it'll be interesting.
Either Bodnar or Bankhead, I'm sure, would be better than what Almy will bring. But
yeah, it'll be an interesting season. We'll be talking about it a lot between now and November. Once again, Alani Bankhead is the Democrats' nominee, and she is not dropping out of the race. Sam Forstag is the Western Congressional District's candidate, and we're going to, for sure, get him a win in November, because we know that the Western District is available to flip. It's been held by Zinke for many cycles at this point, at least a couple. And it is a much more competitive seat.
It is. I think we have a legit shot at this one.
Yeah, for sure. Who else was on the ballot? We had some judges on there. Those will be back on the ballot in the general election.
Right, because of the weird fact that it was a primary, but there was also
Right.
it's nonpartisan, so they all went through anyway, and yeah.
Right.
So it's Amy Eddy versus Wilson.
Dan Wilson?
Dan Wilson.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. For those out there, I mean, we encourage you to do your own research and look into the candidates, but Amy Eddy would continue the tradition of fair-minded, humanity-minded Supreme Court justices, and Wilson would I think very much like to pull the court in the direction that the United States Supreme Court has gone in, which is
making it partisan. Well, the Republicans up and endorsed him.
Yeah.
So it's very evident that
Right.
he would be for a partisan court system in Montana, and that would be to our detriment here in this state.
indeed.
For sure. There were some local races on the ballot, auditor and other treasurer? No. I don't
There was
remember.
auditor. There was. I think. I mean, the most significant ones were the. From our end was the Democrat primaries, right? And we don't.
Right.
For the House seats, for the House and,
Right.
and Senate seats, so we had a few of those. As a committee, we don't endorse particular candidates in a primary, so we don't have a dog in that race, really.
Right.
But I think the winning candidates are all super strong candidates and will make excellent legislators.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the election. That was the primary. That was on June 2nd. The big kahuna is coming up in November. So if you didn't happen to vote or weren't registered, make sure to get registered to vote, people, because, I mean, we always say this, but it truly is the biggest election of our lifetimes.
It is an all hands on deck moment for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So make sure by November you know who you're voting for and have a plan to vote and are registered to vote. And vote early if you can.
And often.
And often.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Legally, however. Okay, the next on the agenda for discussion is Pride Month. It's Pride Week here in Missoula and
Yes.
in Billings. I'm wearing my Pride jersey, the good old Paddleheads. I think this was one of their jerseys they auctioned off at the Pride game a few years back.
And the Paddlehead Bride game is Thursday.
That's right. It's Thursday.
Yes.
So if you're around town Thursday night, head to the baseball field for Pride Night at the ballpark.
Thursday, June 18th.
Yes.
So-
They've been doing that. That was actually one of the first recent Missoula Pride events. The Paddleheads have always been very supportive of Pride and have done it for at least 6 or 7 years. So
Yeah, they've been great.
yeah, go enjoy America's pastime and take in some baseball and support the LGBTQ community on Thursday.
Yes, indeed.
Friday, I believe there's a rally happening. They always do a rally at the courthouse, I believe. Saturday is the big day with the parade and street party. Bob the Drag Queen is the headliner, famous from RuPaul's Drag Show, and a lot of other great performers. I know grew up here, local talent. Bill Bowers, the mime, he lives in New York and was famous from being the first Zazu on Broadway.
I didn't know he was coming.
Yeah, he'll be here. Check that out. All kinds of things happening, and you can plan your Pride weekend by going to Missoula-Pride.com. Check that out. I'll be in Billings. Unfortunately, I have to miss our Pride, but Billings is also hosting their Pride weekend there. The reason I'll be in Billings is because the state convention is happening
Right.
there.
Bad timing.
Bad timing, but
Yes.
what can you do? We'll
And
march
while
in
we're
that
on the
parade.
topic, I should point out that you are responsible for bringing Pride to being an annual event in Missoula. So,
Well, I helped. Yeah.
yes, so you deserve a lot of that credit,
Thank you, thank you.
which is good. It didn't need to be an every other year,
Yeah.
random location kind of thing.
Totally. Every community should have their pride
Absolutely.
and
So,
celebration.
yes. So good job.
Thanks. That was my past life.
Yes.
Very proud of it.
yes. you
On
should be.
to other things.
Speaking of pride.
Politics is my life now, but yeah, it was a good run. So yeah, state convention. We plan on marching in Billings Pride's parade,
Excellent.
while also taking care of business. So at the Democrat State Convention this year is the platform convention, where we bring amendments, edits, whatever you want to call it, to our current platform. So some of the proposed things, I haven't actually looked at the proposals yet, but I'm assuming something involving data centers will probably be in there.
That's a little bit of foreshadowing.
Very timely. Yeah, so it's usually like current event type of things. People put amendments forward and we vote as a giant body. So Missoula County will be sending 4 delegates, I'm one of them as the chair, over to Billings to partake in this discussion and debate and rulemaking essentially for the platform. And the platform is kind of the blueprint of who we are and what we do as Democrats in Montana. So that'll be this weekend.
Is there a way for people to look at the proposed amendments or see what the platform is now?
I don't know if it's like public. I have it in an email somewhere, and there's a whole bunch of them. Like I said, I haven't even read them yet. But I believe anybody can attend. So if you go to the Montana Democrats website, you can register to attend the convention as a citizen, I believe. Don't quote me. Go to the website and check it out. But yeah, I think guests can attend. Doesn't mean you're a voting member,
Right.
delegate, but I think people can attend.
Yeah.
The events will be taking place at the Great Northern in downtown Billings. And yeah, it's also a great time. These conventions happen annually for Democrats in this big old state of Montana to like come together and like see each other, usually only once a year. So yeah, it's a great time to catch up with old friends that we haven't seen in a long time.
Very good. So no big plans for you? Like, is there any big issues coming? I mean, I know the last convention was kind of turned a little contentious in some ways.
Yeah, how it goes with these state conventions is they alternate every year. So this year is the platform convention, where we bring amendments that get voted on. And the alternating years are the officers convention, where we elect officers to the executive board of the state party, which is essentially a mini campaign and election all in one. So people there over the course of that weekend are basically trying to drum up support from the delegates to vote for them to be on the state's board.
Gotcha.
So when you like mentioned contentious, like that's where that comes in, is there's people literally running against each other.
I gotcha.
To represent us on the executive board of the party.
Very good.
Yeah. So that happened last summer. That'll happen again the following summer, every 2 years.
Excellent.
Yeah. And it's in our bylaws, so that's why we do it every other year.
Right. And it makes sense.
Yeah. Keeps us
Being
up
on
to
the
date
biannual,
and brings in new
yeah.
people to the board and
Indeed.
yeah, important stuff. So back to Pride. Missoula County Democrats will also have a presence in our Pride here. We are proud to be sponsors of the event every year, and we will also be marching in the parade. If you are interested, if you've never done it before and are interested, have questions, email Allison at montanaDemocrats.org. She'll send you information, or you can just go to our Facebook or Instagram. All the information about where we're meeting and what time is on there for the parade.
Allison with 2 L's, A-L-L.
Yes, Allison with 2 L's. She's our full-time organizer, and she organizes us, keeps us on our toes.
She does. She's been awesome.
And we'll also have a booth at the street party, which will be on Main Street. Come visit us, check it out. If any candidates are watching, we'd love for you to come hang out and meet and greet with some of the voters. We always register voters at the booth, so that's important, especially for the upcoming election. We'll have stickers, all kinds of fun stuff. So come find.
So if you're not going to the Zootown Music Festival thing this weekend, this is a really fun and a lot cheaper.
Much cheaper.
Time.
This one's free.
Yes, yes, indeed. Unless you buy some stuff at the.
That's true.
Because it's the block party is amazing. The parade is amazing. It is a lot of fun. The weather looks like it's going to be awesome.
Fingers crossed. It always rains on our parade,
right.
but
Maybe not this year. Maybe that'll be an indication.
Great.
A harbinger of things to come.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, gosh, but I don't envy. No shade to the people that are going to see the Chicks. That's on my bucket list. I'd love to see them,
Right.
but not willing to spend what it costs for those tickets.
They're a little, and then you throw a cocktail or two on there
Right.
and some food. And
Like a
you're looking
$15
at-
cocktail. Yikes. But to those going,
Yes.
have fun.
And you can find those, not $15 cocktails, but they have those at the block party as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Some good cocktails,
Yeah.
if you favor those things. That's what I hear.
Okay, so that's Pride. Central Committee. So our next Missoula Democrats Central Committee meeting is going to be back at Good Works Ventures on July 8th at 7 o'clock p.m. We encourage anybody interested in getting involved with local Democratic politics to come check it out. I promise our meetings aren't that boring because I lead them and I try not to make it boring.
They're not boring.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Yes.
So
I
come
have a
check
low
it out.
tolerance for boring meetings, and I do just fine.
Great.
So,
Okay. Love that. And we also have a guest speaker, which
We do.
always kicks off the night at 6 o'clock. Who
Right.
is our guest speaker going to be?
So in July, our guest speaker is Molly Danahy. She is the litigation director for Upper 7 Law. And she will be talking about the recent Calais decision from the Supreme Court that basically took whatever legs that was left of the Voting Rights Act and cut them right out. Yeah. It's the decision that has resulted in the just baldly partisan redistricting frenzy that's happening in conservative states all over the
Right.
country, and in response, some Democratic states as well. But
Right.
so she's going to look at the precedents leading up to that case, explain how it affects us here in Montana, and what are the things we can expect and or do to try to combat this very disheartening direction that we've taken. The fact, there's some speculation that the number of black and brown federal representatives we have could be halved or even worse, which is
Awful.
it's frustrating because obviously over the past 50 years we've made some pretty good progress in that direction, and this looks to be poised to really negate a lot of that, which is just a shame. So.
Yeah. So come check that out. The special guest presentation. What's her name again?
Molly Danahy.
Molly Danahy from
Yep,
Upper
I hope I'm
7
pronouncing
Law Firm.
that last name right. I think I got it. And she is the litigation director, and that is Wednesday, July 8th, at Good Works Ventures at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is the presentation from Molly, and then the committee meeting proper will start at 7.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And
you're welcome to the public is welcome. Doesn't matter who you are or what party you belong to or whatever. The public is welcome for both for both things, the presentation and the meeting.
Yeah.
So we'd love
sure.
to see you.
Totally.
Yeah.
You can also live stream the special guest presentation on our YouTube channel, which is just Missoula Democrats YouTube channel. We live stream those, so you can watch it from the comfort of your couch if you need.
Yeah. And if you miss it and you want to catch it later, you can find that on our YouTube page.
Yes, totally.
Yeah, the recorded version. So.
And the last order of business, we just want to say big thanks to MCAT for all the work you do, providing these really awesome services. It's super cool that you let us do this every week. So thanks to all the folks at MCAT and to the Missoula Public Library.
Indeed.
Yeah.
This library is awesome.
Such a great asset. I was just out front this morning not this morning, just like an hour ago, killing some time. And they have little shelves of books for sale out front, like gently used books for sale. they're $2 for a hardcover book. Like, you cannot beat that. I even got like Kamala Harris's recent book. It's like
Don't you be
brand new
giving
for
away
$2.
those secret? No, I've told people this so much. I have purchased for $1 to some hardcovers are $5.
Oh, okay.
But they're in pristine shape. And
Yeah.
my understanding is that these are like estates that donate collections and things of that nature.
It's amazing.
But the quality of the books out there is incredible.
Yeah, like brand new.
And I have found that I'm somewhat of a book hoarder, right?
Same.
Like I buy a book, and if I buy a book, I'm like, there's a limited number of people I will lend it to because I don't want to lose contact with that book. But for some reason, because of the fact that maybe I only paid $1 for these things, I have found, like, I finish a book and I'm like, oh damn, who can I give it to now? You know, like, who's the next one? So yeah.
See, I don't even read. I just hoard.
Yeah.
No, I try to read. I'm a very slow reader, so it takes me a century to get through a book, but I do love to read.
But they have they have a really strong section of like Montana related stuff, both politically, culturally, geologically. I just saw there's a new Stephen Ambrose copy of, I can't remember which one of his books.
That was the one about the railroad, the Midnight
Yes.
Railroad.
I can't remember that title. But yes, that one's out there. It might not be there because I'm
I'm going to run out of here and get it myself.
I bought the hardcover version a couple of weeks ago. Right here. Yeah.
Okay, wow.
For $5. Yeah. It's incredible.
That's hilarious.
It's such a good resource.
Yeah.
Just leave me some.
And the
Just
library
leave me a few.
generally. I hosted a Rotary event here a couple weeks ago up in the Cooper Room, our annual trivia event. Very successful. We fit like 200 people in there.
Yeah.
Like, what better resource for a gala fundraiser in the public library of all places?
This library is insanely awesome.
We are so lucky.
We are really fortunate, and it's such a. It makes me happy as a longtime Missoulian to know that we have this like public resources. Truly, this incredible public resources that bringing your kids down. I have a granddaughter, and she's a year and a half, and she loves coming down here. There's so many kids. There's like the kid area with the couches and stuff. You can run around and the toys and all that stuff. They have like story hour every week. They have so many stuff for kids. The Spectrum things. It's and MCAT. They have MCAT. You have a place where you can come and shoot a film for free, and you can learn how to shoot a film for free, and they'll give you the equipment to use. Like, you need to give it back. It's like a rental. It's not even a rental. It's a loan because you don't pay for it. It's an incredible resource here. So
Super.
The amount of goodness in this place is it's packed to the gills with goodness.
We could talk about Missoula and how much we love it all day long.
We could.
But we'll save that for next week.
That's a whole nother day's Oprah. As my friend says. My friend Big Al says, if anyone's watching this, you probably know Big Al because he could be the next mayor of Missoula. Not really. He's not political, but he's
Funny.
He's Big Al.
All right. Well, thank you folks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.